Alright guys, so as you've seen, I've just started masking up the Civic, and the spoiler, well, I've just done the first sanding and it's actually come up okay. I did admittedly, when I had the little grinder, I did actually cut into that, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Glad I ended up taking off this molding, which I know how to now put back on too, because that was my main concern. So what we're going to do is we're going to just sand pretty heavy here. There's not too much more rust anywhere else really. So it might be worth just taking the whole thing off at this stage and just double checking it. But no, look, I'm pretty confident that it's just that spot there. And we will sand a bit up here too, just to take off this rust here, which, let me do all this. Get all that done. And then spray it with some... Spray it so it doesn't rust back over again. So yeah, so we'll just sand pretty much here. Everywhere else looks pretty good. That's just dust, I'm pretty sure, or just red spray paint. That I think is just the exact same. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. It's actually, oh no, there's a bit hard behind here, which we'll sand down. I will just treat this stuff here and just spray over it. But everywhere else looks pretty okay. It's just got built up dirt in there, which might be worth taking off and actually just cleaning out real quick. But I might just leave it in there, because if anything, that's helping it seal, I'd say. But yeah, the rest of it looks pretty not rusty, so that's good. So just sand down this side 100% for sure. Sand behind there, rust treat it, and just spray it. That's it, nice and simple, and they'll fix it for the next 30 odd years. Bit of an update of where we're at with the rust converting and all that stuff. So this side didn't have much rust at all, so I just sanded it down, sprayed it, that'll be fine. But these two, has a hole in it up there. I don't know if I'd mentioned that before, but yes, it's got a little hole there. Put some rust converter on it, we'll see how that goes. And this I've just cut back as much as I can and added some rust converter as well, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so the plan is now, I messaged my mate, well, the guy who owned the car before me. Grab that guy. He said to me, look, why don't you try MIGging over the pinholes there? And I'm like, you know what's funny? I've wanted to weld with the MIG for ages, because I've done some TIG and I love it, but I really want to learn MIG, because MIG is definitely, I think, easier and more flexible compared to TIG. I think I'm still learning a lot. I don't know if I showed you guys before, but got those two pinholes there, and there's one up there, but I don't know if I'll be able to reach in there with the MIG. Obviously, I will need to sand it all back. There's even a little pinhole there, Jesus. But I will need to sand this all back to bare metal. Then try it, because yeah, I've been wanting to learn the MIG for ages and I've never got around to it. So the plan is, you know, he spoke to me and said, look, get some fence. So we got some color bond fence here, which we'll just grind back a bit. Oh wait, there's some color there, beautiful. And we'll just practice on that. So basically, he said low amperage and high feeding speed. So we'll see how it goes. Biscuits and tea as well for some weird reason. I feel incredibly posh. Got the air sander for now, and the Dremel as well. I mean, you could probably use that to take a bit more off, but I'd rather sand it down and not make too many holes by accident. So that's the plan. right there. Done a bit of MIGging and found that this is the correct settings, or the best settings I should say. As you can see, it hasn't really burned through the metal that much, so that's pretty much perfect for what we need. Yeah, I'm a little nervous to be honest, but basically just try and just MIG this area up and then sand it down. Same with this little guy here. Then even have a crack at this, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but I reckon it can be done, and I'm up for it. So worst case scenario, I'll just get some epoxy and just fill it, but I thought I might just try some MIGging first and, you know, just see how it goes. Alright guys, so a slight recap of what we've done today and what we're about to do now. I started masking, but then I just stopped because I decided to fix up the rust spot there. That's still curing the bog. These two areas here. And then this area here as well, which is now being bogged up. Yeah, I spent pretty much that afternoon just welding, which was really fun on the MIG, because I've never MIGged before, and that was really fun. So the plan is now we'll be cutting out fiberglass mats to suit that side and that side, because I think I got enough matting, but I don't have enough fiberglass. Sorry, I just have my eyes scratched there. We don't have enough of the fiberglass resin to lay down and cover the whole thing, or rather cover it generously, because that's what happened last time with the spoiler, was that I ran out of resin and it didn't look good at all. So the plan stays, but pretty much gonna just divvy it up kind of there, do that side. there, that side, I'll speak to my neighbour who can organise it to give me some more fiberglass matting and some more resin, and then that way we can then lay that down tomorrow night, and then that can just cure pretty much over the weekend because I have no plans to pretty much work on this thing all weekend. Maybe next week, I'm not too sure because I've got lots of other things happening as well. But that's pretty much it, guys. So it's coming along slowly and painfully, but once again, this is the prep stage. I knew the prep stage takes about 80% of your time, where paint takes about not much at all. So it's just all in that prep work and making sure everything's set up correctly, and just making sure when that paint goes down, it's perfect. So even then, we still have to take out this dent here. But I just haven't really grasped how much there is to do, and even cut that down and try and pull out that dent, or just see what's happening there. But yeah, it's really a lot of work. So I can see why, once again, that paint is charged lots to fix up these cars, because they're very annoying to fix up. But look, I'm pretty keen to get it all done and just reassemble it to drive it, because man, I've not driven this car such a long time and I miss it. But yeah, hopefully by the end of the year, once the AC is installed, install all my hard race components as well, which I still have waiting, and then roof racks as well. I think that's all I plan to install in this car. It'll be a nice, comfortable daily driver, and that's all I'm after from this thing. Something that's fun as well. Something that I can take out to the racetrack, thrash it, and come home. So that's what Hondas are best at. So yeah. But yeah. Anyway, that's our plan now. I'll pop you guys up on the Civic's bonnet, and let's get mixing and fiberglassing. Let's do it. Alright, so the bog's starting to set, harden up, so I want to leave that for later. And fiberglass being laid down, or as much as I could with the resin I had. Then yeah, pretty much tomorrow hopefully lay down some more resin and then start sanding at some stage. I'll just put this patch here because I'm curious to see how the resin sets by itself. Because I'm starting to think that I could have just resined the whole hood and then it would have just come back like that. Possibly. I'm honestly not too sure. Because I don't know if you can polish fiberglass. Pretty sure you can. I don't know. Oh, I should probably put a bit more there. Oh no, that should be fine. But yeah, that's pretty much that, guys. So we'll be leaving it at that. And hopefully can get some more resin tomorrow and finish up. And then in terms of body prep, that's almost everything done. Just got to fix up the various hits and dents around the car. And just sand everything down, and then I think that's it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And hopefully respray it soon. Oh man, it's odd. It's weird looking at this car like this, but then I'm like, you know what? I've started, so I have to finish it, and it doesn't feel so overwhelming. Where I thought it'd be just like, holy shit, this is gonna take ages to do, which it has, but I haven't really thought of it that way. But yeah, anyway. We'll leave it at that for tonight. I'll catch you guys next time.